They were competing with the dodo for, things that you would otherwise root around in the dirt to get your food. That's how the dodo got its food. So then they started starving them out. But then the Dutch sailors were like, you look delicious.
Yeah. I thought didn't if
Started
I'm
eating
not mistaken, you're more up on this than me, but my memory seems to tell me that the rats ate their eggs too, right?
the rats, yeah, and the
So
hogs, because the pigs, domesticated pigs, once you let them out long enough, they become like wild hogs.
yeah, it doesn't
And so
take
they
long.
started, yeah, it doesn't take very long. I mean, I think it was
They
depicted in
start
like
yeah they start the
Lord of the
tusks
Rings.
start to grow out and
Yeah,
they get they start to grow hair.
the wiry hair. I think that's what happens to men too, Ted. If you were like dropped off in
Well,
some,
there's a
I
real
think that's
there.
what happens to you
That's
guys.
entirely possible.
Um,
Well, there was that really famous genetic experiment, which I imagine you're familiar with, Manila, in the Soviet experiment, where they were trying to figure out how to tame foxes, and if you don't know about this, it's really worth looking into. But this experiment's now been going on through
yeah,
dozens
yeah,
of generations of foxes, and
yeah.
they found that so this is where they basically figured out that there's physical characteristics are related to mental characteristics. So you can go like for example, pigs, like you mentioned, the tails get curly when they're domesticated. When they de-domesticate and go
Cute.
feral, the tail straightens back out and becomes hairy. And it's like, and vice versa. Like if you re-domesticate them, the tail will recurl,
So
even if
weird.
they're descended from the same creatures. And foxes are like that too. Apparently, their tails change, their fur changes as they become either domesticated or non-domesticated. In fact, you can buy one of these domesticated foxes in if you're in Russia or you want to go to Russia and bring it with you if you're allowed to have them. Anyway, yeah. So I think that like the hogs got in there, the rats got in there,
Yeah,
killed their
the
eggs,
Dutchmen, the Dutch
and
sailors.
The Dutch got in there and killed the birds and ate them.
The
So
Dutch were eating them, and some of them not only eating them, they were just hunting them, Ted, the way you hunt fish in a barrel. Um, the dodos, the reason they're depicted as dumb is because they've never ever had
yeah,
uh,
they weren't afraid.
natural predators.